Hey, what's going on, everybody? And welcome back to the next episode of our Awakening playthrough with our Arcane Blood Mage. And at this point, we're starting off just in Vigil's Keep, and we're going to have a good time this episode because I have a beer. We're going to really enjoy ourselves this episode. Tell you what, I just wanted to quick point out that I had respect Oghren to be more so of like my off tank. Hang on, I'm sorry, let me readjust my mic. I had respect Oghren to be my off tank, and let me quick show you that I also made him a Reaver berserker in addition to a champion because I wanted to have rally, just because our character is a melee character despite being a mage, so I definitely wanted to make sure that I got the bonuses of rally. So having a bonuses to attack and defense, it's definitely going to help us. In addition to Oghren, when I respect him, I actually made him be able to craft some runes, so that way I could, better outfit my party and such. But as you can see, there are two quest markers right here with Wade and then with Voldrick. We will be coming back to that, but I believe we need to finish up an Amaranthine before we actually come back here. Otherwise, it's just going to be like these NPCs just like making comments as if you're talking to one of your party members out in the wild like this.
I don't think we should dally here.
Right you are, Warden. We'll get these walls rebuilt for you. Ho!
Ho! So we'll just have to come back and finish that at a later point. So not a big deal. But let me turn that down. I wonder if the dialogue volume is actually connected to with the creatures when the ghouls and such in battle. I don't want it to be too loud, especially if I'm trying to talk during combat, so hopefully that'll work. If not, obviously just leave a comment, let me know. But I'll tell you what, let's go back to Amaranthine. I also just behind the scenes, I decided to get rid of Villana. I don't want to have her in my party as of right now, and I just swapped out Oghren, and I'm just going to keep him probably, like I was saying, because he's going to be my off tank, in addition to that bonus from rally. So I figured that could be a really good support for my party. But let's go over here. The only other thing I think I did off camera would be off my recording would be I went into the Crown and the Lion. And in here, as soon as you get in, there's going to be a sandwich board here that looks... Hang on, let me get to it. There you go. The Blight Orphans notice board. And I ended up picking up the first one. It's basically like a chanter's board, and it said that I needed to donate 50 silvers. There you go. As you can see, the Blight Orphans are very thankful for the kind donation of 50 silvers. And then after I came back, I picked up the rest of these. So, in order to complete these...
What can I get for you, friend?
In order to complete these... there you go. Antivan Brandy. Drop that off, along with 2 Sovereigns. And we also need to get Moonshine that it asked for. And once you do that, I think there should be like a...
Stinking up the joint. What are you on about now? Cat piss. Little kitty there makes me want to vomit. Don't listen to him, Sir Pouncelot. You smell just fine.
What the fuck? Why did... Alright, it just showed Nathaniel doing the meow. Whatever. But there should be like Hubert's Den or something like that. It's where the Moonshiners are. But as well as, let's go talk to Mervis. He was the original merchant from the... or the quest giver from the Merchants Guild, basically sending us to the Wending Wood because his caravans kept getting attacked. Now we can let him know that we took care of that.
You're back. Have you any news?
I've dealt with it.
Really? Oh, that's wonderful news. I promised a donation, didn't I? Here, take this. With the Merchants Guild's compliments.
Oh, hell no, I want more.
Well, I suppose we could spare a little more. It was a pleasure to meet you, Warden Commander.
I don't think it was after you gave me more money. All right, cool. 30 sovereigns. Awesome. Let's also talk to Kendrick. Let me quick go over and just show you the quest. So in the Wending Wood, we found the silks. I also found the inscriptions, in addition to we need to go back to the Chanter's board to drop these off, the Sylvan Wood samples. So let's quickly do all of those before we head out.
So good to see you again. It seems I owe you a reward, yes? Yes, of course.
Cool. Got even more gold, and looks like both of them leveled up. But let's go over to Hubert's Den. There we go. This will be the Moonshine that the Blight Orphans are asking for.
Hey, you can't just barge in here. Let's teach this fool a lesson.
Easy enough. Dragon Piss. The name is probably figurative, but no one really knows for sure. Okay, it's got to be a drink. I'm gonna give that to Oghren. Of course, and he'll probably love it. Create a Moonshine, awesome. So we got that part. Let's level up. I believe I also respect Anders a little bit differently from the previous recording. And for Nathaniel, I don't think I did anything different with him. I think Oghren was really the only one that I've ever chosen to respec since our last recording. But I'll tell you what, let's actually also give Oghren. Let's give him Dragon Piss.
That looks fine indeed.
That's so dumb. As well as in my other, as you can see, I have like Grandmaster Stout Rune, Journeyman, Novice, and all this stuff. I will be going over kind of like a tutorial as to how to create some really good runes. Just because in this game, your armor now has three. Well, the higher quality armor you get, at least the chest piece. I don't think robes actually have anything, but their higher quality armor you get has at least the maximum is 3 rune slots. So you can definitely outfit your character with some good runes that would help their effectiveness in combat. But as of right now, I was just doing that. And I gave myself 3 runes that I had crafted for plus 10 Constitution. I don't think those are like the highest. I don't think that these are the highest Constitution runes or like the Stout runes. I think I can go higher than that. But I figured why not just give myself more Constitution, just because I am a Blood Mage, and I'm going to be using my health really to cast any kind of offensive spells. Just because I don't want I don't want to use my mana because of Shimmering Shield. And I don't want to drain it at all, because I think as soon as all of our mana gets drained, all of our sustained abilities that rely on mana will be deactivated, and that's obviously not what we want. But, all right, we took care of the Moonshine. That's good. Let's go back up here to the Chanter. We'll get some gold.
Give shelter to the...
Yep. Got some gold. Got some disapproval. I love it. Let me take a sip of the beer. And the last thing for the Blight Orphans was that they wanted to have the sermons of Justinia II, which is the divine. So we got that. And let's go back. We'll drop all the stuff off, like at least the 2 things, the Moonshine in addition to the sermon. And I think at that point, I think I might want to actually go to the Blackmarsh. We can do that then. Just because we still need to find Kristoff. We found, his room, and it led us to going to the Blackmarsh. And hopefully we can kind of figure out what the hell's going on. Alright, cool. Nothing else. Sorry, I just started to burp there. It's from the beer. But alright, it looks like there's nothing else we can do. at least for that the Blight Orphans board. And in case you hear any like random bird noises, I record all my videos in my guest room of the guest room of my house, and the guest room sits above my garage, and the overhang over the garage, actually right near my gutter, there's a bird's nest, and I think there's a couple eggs in there. So I have like these two finches that'll sit. They sit on the overhang above the garage, and they kind of just like they'll chirp, you know, like they'll sing out there. So just in case you hear that, I promise there's no birds in the game. It's literally just because these birds are right outside my window. So just wanted to give you a heads up. But let's go. Yeah, let's go to the Blackmarsh. Let's do that. I don't think there were anything else I could have done. And this is not exactly the place you want to go to for, you know, for shits and giggles. So clearly some shit has gone down here.
They say this marsh was once inhabited, until one day everyone disappeared.
Alright, let's read the sign. The rickety old sign reads, "Beware, the Blackmarsh is haunted." Okay.
I'm scared. Hold me.
I'm scared. Hold me. Oh, I love this ability. So, what is it? Shockwave or something like that? For the warrior. So I can, sweeping strike. Oh, that's so cool. It's such a cool move.
Allow me to say, Sir Dwarf, that you are a frightening force on the battlefield.
This is a joke. I only let loose that time because I was surprised.
No, it was a compliment.
I don't get many of those.
I don't see why. Your skills are... Okay, yes. I think I do see why.
Nathaniel trying to be a good guy. Meanwhile, Oghren, he's like, all right, well, let's make Oghren itchy. And also, he's like, I was like, what does that mean? I just let loose. I think that just meant like he shit himself. I was surprised. But let's go talk to. I think Nathaniel is when you interact with this.
My father used to tell me stories about the Blackmarsh when I was young. He said evil magic killed everyone here. This was just before the rebellion. A great mystery at the time.
Yeah, let's go with the more personal thing. Like, your father actually told you stories?
This was a long time ago. He was a regular father once, you know. They never found out what happened here. Once the monsters appeared, the marsh was abandoned. I used to dream of coming to the Blackmarsh and setting things right. Little boy dreams.
Oh, that's cute.
Isn't that what all little boys want? If someone had told me I'd end up here, I would have laughed at them. But times change. When I was in Kirkwall, I thought I would return to Ferelden to take command of my father's garrison. Now, here I am, a Grey Warden and fighting both Darkspawn and demons. Interesting. And the fun never ends, I suppose. Good to know. Anyway, the haunted marsh awaits.
Alright, +1. Hang on, friends. I need to close my blinds. There we go. Alright, there we go. Now I can actually see there was glare on my TV. But let's get moving. tattered letter, excuse me, and empty poison bottle. 1 drop would have been enough. And tattered letter. A note found in the bony fingers of a skeleton in the Blackmarsh. Trail of love. Alright. Let's open this chest. Alright, some poultice and a salve. Oh! Where'd you come from? Alright. Ahead of you, that's just the main like village town of the Blackmarsh. But if you come to the left here, we'll go up this way, and as you can see there, the thing that's shimmering, that's actually a piece of a dragon bone, which you can see there's that the head of a dragon.
Looks like the bones of this dragon were scattered by some animal, or something worse.
Yep. Let's pick that up. There you go. The lost dragon bones. Now, as you can see, seeing the like this skull of a dragon, every time you pick up a piece of the dragon, you're going to be able to come back here and assemble it. So we picked up a tooth, and there you go. You see that the other tooth was added to it. Now, we just need to eventually find all the dragon bones before we can actually go that way. That veil tear will actually be taken down once we assemble all the bones to that skeleton. So we will be going that way. I planned on breaking up the Blackmarsh into about 2 episodes, kind of like I did before. There you go. Kind of like I did before, just to make sure that, you know, I do capture everything and I don't want it to be too long of an episode. But just as a heads up. So let's go in. Let's look at this corpse.
Dead. Kristoff's doing, maybe.
That answers that, I suppose. The Darkspawn are definitely here.
Alright, so maybe we found Kristoff, a sign of him by killing that Darkspawn. Jeez, that leap. If any of you have watched like Lord of the Rings, I was thinking about this the other day, just especially in Awakening, how archers now, when they have that accuracy sustained ability, man, it really makes them so overpowered. It reminded me of like Legolas from Lord of the Rings, because that guy was able to pull off like, you know, some immaculate shots, and it's ridiculous, like over 100 yards away, and he's moving when he's shooting. Like, it just seemed extremely overpowered, which is basically like what Nathaniel is, or any other archer rogue. Coming over here, we found a clue for the Trail of Love. Lost beneath the trees, he lifts a weary head and sees her burning love lights his way home. So every time that you find a clue, it's going to, obviously you got to find the next one that the first one's referencing, and then it's just eventually going to lead us to the end of the quest. So that one was basically just saying that we need to go find like a lamp, a torch, something like that, that's going to guide his way home. Looting this Mhairi corpse, make sure you do loot this and pick up cat gut. You won't be able to use it. I think it's a plot item. Yep, it's a plot item. So just make sure you loot that. We will need that at a later date, but I'll make sure I review that. All right, let's look this notice. Once dust off, this reads, "This village lies abandoned. May the Maker rest their poor souls." And we can't get in that gate that was there, but ancient letter with an ancient note. This note appears to have been lost many years ago, and now we have to do Burden of Guilt, that quest, and Karsten Wild's Last Testament. Okay. Nah, not good for paralysis. Maybe Glyph of Paralysis. Okay, why not? Gotcha, sucker. Lesser nature self.
Ready. I'll get on it.
Money. Money. Alright. Madcap. We can't go that way just yet. Like this gate. It's locked and we can't pick it. But let's go over here. There should be a codex. Yep. And a toy horse. This toy horse, I think it's actually a gift. Look. Yep. It's a gift. Alright, but also let's level up. There we go. Let's just keep putting more points into magic. And let's get myself more health. There we go. And tell you what, why not? Let's just go ahead and put a point into blood control. I doubt it's going to be that effective, but you know, why not? Another thing in our arsenal for being a blood mage. But as you can see, like the veil tears, and I don't know if you can see it from here, but also there's some demons over there. We're not going to be able to go through those veil tears just yet, but we will be able to come back eventually and access those areas.
It looks like something ghostly, almost like the Fade.
Hang on. Alright, I put on Spell Might. Let me see if I can do blood control to that blighted werewolf. Nope, of course not. Yeah, my spell power is 157. How did I not? Alright. Yourself. Alright, so when you come over here, we'll pick up this elf fruit in addition to another dragon bone. Alright, and then let's loop around.
Now this should be fun.
Yep, I remember you being there. Alright, done and done. Let's loot. Alright, so we found Kristoff's locket. This locket contains a miniature painting of a woman and a lock of hair. An engraving reads, "Yours always, Aura." Alright, so this might have been Kristoff's camp, but it has not been used for a couple days. So right now the trail is cold, and we gotta go find another one. Another trail of figuring out where Kristoff is, but let's loot these guys. Injury kit, Mark of the Divine. It's a ring for a warrior. I don't really think it's that great, but we'll loot it and we get some money. That's awesome. Alright, let's go this way. And there's another Veil Tear, as well as, I don't know what you would call this, like a ritual, a summoning circle. Oh, damn, that was quick.
And I'm off. Yes. Too bad for you.
We'll go back to that circle in a minute, but just when you come around this bend, you'll pick up that death root in addition to another dragon bone. So I think that makes 3 that we picked up. I want to say that there's only 4. Only 4 pieces. I could be completely wrong, but rip page, the Baroness's secret. Just kidding. Can't look it up. Sweet. All right, they should loop us back around. Yep, there's his camp, and that's where we came from. blood friend or blood control? Nah. Alright, let's loot that chest. What we got? Greater elixir of grounding recipe. Okay. Potion can protect user for a short time against lightning strikes and electrical damage. And Skull Crusher. That doesn't look that good. But, okay. And then we found Karsten's hidden stash. A diamond, a ruby, a sapphire, and 1 sovereign. Okay, cool. Oh no. I remember this. Yeah. These are the children. This is where we see the new type of Darkspawn. That move. I hate that. God, I hate these things so much.
A new form of Darkspawn?
Why would we suddenly be seeing new forms of Darkspawn? This isn't even a blight.
Oh god, I hate these things so much. It's just like the spiders. They're able to like crowd control really well, like that overwhelm ability, regardless of like how high, at least I found, how high your physical resistance is. They're still able to pull it off, like, and land it, which is really fucking annoying. If your character, like, if one of your squishy characters, like, let's say Nathaniel or Anders, maybe even Velana, they get overwhelmed and they're not wearing good gear, or I'm not able to save them in time, yeah, they can go down really quick. So I really hate those things, especially the upgraded version of the Childer grubs. But here's Kristoff's body. We're not going to interact with that just yet, but at least we found it. Clearly he met his demise here, which sucks. But if you go into like this broken house or foundation,
and the next everyone was just gone.
Anyway, you come in here, you'll find, is that the last piece of the dragon? I think that might have been the last. I think that was it. I think I picked up the 4th. This was the 4th. Let's unlock this. That was not worth it at all. But tell you what, let's go back. I changed my mind, actually. I'm going to go ahead and do that dragon thing now. I want to see if I can actually beat it. Oh, here you go. Also, here's the hidden clue for what that first clue was saying, like that we had to look for a light to lead you home. With cold dead eyes, the dragon gazes on your prize. So what that means is that we got to go back to that dragon skull, or the skeleton, and then there should be another clue right near there. There we go. And there's the clue. Let's quick read it. Across the waters from the Baroness's nest, you'll find what you seek where the fishermen rest. Alright. But
I'll do it.
Come on, Bear. Get out of here. Alright, so we already put 1 in. 2, 3, 4. And I think that might be it. No, just kidding. Alright, maybe we can't go that way. Oh, shit, we can't. I'm sorry. There are 5. There are 5 in total, so we still have to find 1 more. Now I remember. But it's still missing 1 bone. Okay, we can't do this just yet, so I totally lied. My apologies. Let's go back then. So we can keep on with those clues. And I think I may call an end to this episode, just because we made it to the Blackmarsh, we found Kristoff's body, and all that's really left to do is just interact with it and kind of just see where we go from there. But that clue was saying, oh shit. It was like something where the fishermen rest. Across from the Baroness's nest, it's where the fishermen rest or something like that. Hang on, let's see. No, that's not it. It's got to be over here somewhere then. Hang on, what am I here? No. Ah. Oh, that's it. There it is. Look for the stones. They stand tall and true. The biggest has a present for you. All right. So let's go back to like that summoning circle, whatever you want to call that. Let's go back to that. And it said the tallest one will have a gift. Hidden clue. This is the last. You're almost there. Remember the pond where we started our affair? All right. The pond, I believe, is this way. It should be right here. Yep, floating bottle. There it is. Corrin's proposal. It's +2 to all attributes. And then letter proposal. Bonnie, you are my sun, my moon, my everything. Will you marry me? So, alrighty. Yeah, we'll do that. Get rid of that. Put on Corrin's proposal. Give him +2 more attributes. Okay, there we go. All right, but let's just make our way back. But all right, friends, this is actually where like I said, I'm going to end the episode here, and then we're just going to pick up interacting with Kristoff's body here in the Blackmarsh. So I appreciate y'all following along, and I'll just see you in the next episode. All right, take care, friends. Bye bye.